Hello, dear students. Today we are going to continue with our lesson explaining the last two paragraphs. Let's start with the third paragraph in period 2, unit 10. Okay? As usual, let's learn new vocabulary words in paragraph 3 and 4. Fine. Fine. An amount of money that has to be paid as a punishment for not obeying the rules. European. European. Of, relating to, or characteristic of Europe or its inhabitants. Point out. Point out. To tell someone about some information. Recommendation. Recommendation. Suggestion that something is good or suitable for a particular purpose. Belgian. Belgian. Of, relating to, or characteristic of Belgium or its inhabitants. Now let's read the paragraphs. Compulsory voting already exists in over 30 countries. In Belgium, for example, people who don't vote have to pay a small fine, and if they go for 4 elections without voting, they lose the right to vote. As a result, 90% of Belgians voted in the last European election. Professor Meadows points out that there are already a lot of things young people have to do by law, like going to school or wearing seat belts in cars. Just one more, he believes, wouldn't make much difference, especially if technology can be used to make voting easier. Some steps towards this are already being taken, he says. But why not go further and create a voting app that can be downloaded onto a phone or tablet? The report's authors believe that, taken together, its recommendations offer a solution to the crisis of democracy and would completely change the way democracy operates. As you remember that experts think that there is a problem in voting, that young people do not participate, and they suggest to make the voting compulsory. In fact, different countries obligate people to vote or pay fines if they don't want to. Also, if they go to elections but do not vote for 4 times, they lose their right to vote again. Because of this obligation, 90% of people in Belgium has voted. In the last paragraph, the Professor Meadows says that there are different things young people do by law, and voting is one more. And also thinks that the technology has a role in making voting easier by making a voting app. Okay? So, compulsory voting already exists over 30 countries. يعني الانتخابات أو التصويت الإجباري موجود فعليا موجود in over 30 countries في أكثر من 30 بلد. In Belgium في بلجيكا for example مثالا على ذلك people who don't vote have to pay a small fine. الناس اللي ما بتصوت يجب أن تدفع a small fine غرامة صغيرة. And if they go for elections إذا بروحوا على 4 انتخابات without voting بغير ما يصوتوا they lose the right to vote. راح بيضيعوا حقهم في التصويت right on حق. As a result كنتيجة من هذا الإشي من إنه يعملوا إجباري ويحطوا غرامة على التصويت 90% of Belgians 90% من البلجيكيين voted in the last European election. فهم 90% من البلجيكيين صوتوا في الانتخابات الأوروبية. Professor Meadows هو one of the authors يعني واحد من كتاب التقرير اللي احنا بصدده بنحكي عن شو بتكلم. points out is a phrasal verb تعني أشار أو indicate أو أوضح that there are already a lot of things young people have to do by law. يعني في كتير شغلات young people الشباب بيعملوها قسرا أو عن طريق القانون by force or by law but عن طريق القانون like going to school زي الذهاب على المدرسة هذا شيء قانوني ويجب مكلفين فيه يجب أن يفعلوه or wearing seat belts in cars أو يضعوا حزام الأمان seat belts حزام الأمان في السيارات just one more واحدة أكثر اللي هي بتكون التصويت he believes هو يعتقد مين هو Professor Meadows believes زي ما حكينا قبل means thinks wouldn't make much difference مش راح يغير كتير إنه واحدة زيادة يعني على الأشياء اللي هم بيعملوها by law على القانون especially بشكل خاص if technology can be used to make voting easier إذا كانت التكنولوجيا تستخدم لتجعل التصويت أسهل easier comparative okay أسهل some steps towards this are already being taken يعني بعض الخطوات some steps بعض الخطوات اتجاه هذا الإشي أو اتجاه استخدام التكنولوجيا لتسهيل التصويت already taken إنه مأخوذة أخذت بعين الاعتبار he says but why not go further لماذا نذهب أبعد من ذلك and create to make ماشي create يصنع أو يعمل اللي هي to make a voting app تطبيق للتصويت that can be downloaded نستطيع أن تحميله وتنزيله onto a phone or tablet على التليفون أو الألواح الإلكترونية The report's authors believe that إنه مؤلفين التقرير بيآمنوا أو بفكروا بهذا الشيء يعتقدوا بأن taken together كله مع بعضه its recommendations offer a solution يعني توصيات التقرير ماشي تقدم a solution حل an answer to the crisis of democracy لأزمة الديمقراطية and would completely change the way democracy operates وممكن أنها تغير بشكل كامل change to modify completely totally كليا the way democracy operates الطريقة التي تعمل فيها الديمقراطية operates like function works okay هاي هن the two paragraphs okay what do these pronouns refer to they line 14 here it is he line 17 where is line 17 yes here it is okay it's the yellow one here not line 20 so they refers to people who don't vote he refers to Professor Meadows it refers to the report now let's answer the questions here okay page 105 complete the sentences with words from the text the underlined part will help you to find the meaning so we have here sentences and we have to finish them or to complete them according to the underlined words okay we're in the middle of everything is going wrong and we don't know what to do what does that mean everything is going wrong it means like there is a problem right so the word in the text is crisis أزمة now question number 2 okay after a long time without big changes مدة طويلة من غير تغييرات so it's settled okay it doesn't change I think the system is well what and likely to stay more or less the same being the same all the time I think it is established yes it is the asking people for their opinions when we want to know the opinion or the people's opinion we make what opinion poll استطلاع رأي. Number 4, there are several different ways to pay. It's your choice. So which do you prefer? Choice. What does that mean? It means option. Choice, option. خيار. All of that in the election are promising different things to make people want to choose them for the position. Okay, what does that mean? People that promise different things, different stuff, just to let us be convinced with them and choose them in the election, right? Who are they? The candidate or the candidates, okay? People don't realize how hard most the government work. Who works in the government? For sure, the politicians. As a punishment for driving too fast, he had to pay. So it's punishment, and by paying. The punishment style here is to pay. So it's fine. It's a fine. غرامة. So the first word is a crisis. The second one is established. The third is opinion poll. The fourth is option. Fifth is candidate, or it should be candidates. Okay, we have to add the letter S here. And number 6, politicians. Number 7, fine. Here we have that all that is the complete text. Okay, just to answer the following question. Okay, write the sentences or parts of sentences from the text that answer these points. So we have here different points, and we have for each one an answer from the text from here. Okay, so let's see the first one. يعني في عندنا هون زي عبارات بدنا نلاقي جواب للعبارة أو تكملة العبارة من القطعة. It doesn't matter that young people don't vote. مش مشكلة إنه الشباب إنه ما يصوتوا. I think the answer should be from this here. Okay. The answer is politicians can then afford to ignore them. يعني إذا الشباب ما صوتت السياسيين راح يتجاهلوهم. The next one. If voting is compulsory, people who don't like any of the option won't like it. يعني إذا التصويت هو إجباري، الناس اللي مش راح يصوتوا لأي حدا من الموجودين مش راح يحبوا هذا الإشي. فإذا what's the solution for that? I think is having none of the above option, right? There should be none of the above option, right? Number 3, compulsory voting seems rather strange new idea. Is that true? Compulsory voting already exists. Yes. Young people won't like being told that they have to do things. إنه الناس الشباب مش راح يحبوا إنه إنك تحكي لهم شو لازم يعملوا. There are already a lot of things that young people have to do by law. كتير أشياء الشباب بيعملوها عن طريق القانون. by law بواسطة القانون مجبرين. Some people say they are too busy to vote and it's too much effort. إنه في بعض الناس بيحكوا إنه مشغولين إنهم يروحوا يصوتوا وهذا جهد كبير عليهم. كيف بنجاوب عليهم من القطعة؟ Technology can be used to make voting easier. ممكن نستخدم التكنولوجيا لجعل التصويت أسهل. وذلك by using, for example, voting app, right? Okay, so the first one, politicians can't afford to ignore them if they don't participate in the elections. And number two, there should be a none of the above option because if the voting is compulsory, people who don't like any of the option, they can choose none of the above. Compulsory voting seems rather strange, or it already exists. Okay, young people won't like being told that they have to do things, but in fact, there are already a lot of things that young people have to do by law, and the last one, using technology to make the voting easier. Okay. Now, exercise number 3, we have answered them before. This line 2 refers to the fall in the number of people who vote. They, line 4, to the politicians. Them, line 5, to young people. And it, line 7, to young people not voting. It, line 20, to the report. Okay. Thanks for watching. Please check out the worksheet on Knowledge Space. Thank you very much.